Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to discuss whether GM should take a page out of Ford's book with their new 2026 C8 Zora to compete with Ford's Mustang GTD. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there is only 7 days left in this Chip Miller Amy Lodosis Foundation Z06 with the Z07 package giveaway, and I wanted to bring it to your attention that now you are getting 50% more for your money when you purchase tickets with my code. Now, my code is linked in the description below and in the pinned comment, and when you click it, it automatically puts this code in there for you, Brink50, and then you just fill out the information, hit continue, and that purchases the tickets. But this is coming to an end on September 23rd, and the drawing date will be September 30th. So good luck, everyone. I can't wait to see who wins. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Brink of Speed. Today, I want to thank you for pressing that play button and joining us today. So real quick, before we get into the video, I want to just update you on the strike from the UAW. And as you know, or may not know, they did what's called targeted striking, and they targeted all three manufacturers, Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. Now, there are 3 plants so far that are in this targeted strike. The first being a Michigan plant, the second being Ohio's Toledo plant, and the third is Missouri's Wentzville assembly plant. Now, as of right now, this will not affect the Corvette assembly plant in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So all of you out there with 2024s waiting for them to be produced, they are going to start being produced next week. So this is potentially great news for all those waiting on their 2024s. But keep in mind that the UAW president said this is just a starting point and they could change the way that they're targeting these plants at any time. But let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of this video, which today we will be discussing Mustang's GTD that is already a reality and the C8 Zora that is rumored to be out in a couple of years. So I also wanted to say that Competition Carbon 1 did a fantastic job on these renders. I hope you enjoy them. Leave comments down below if you like the way these are designed. So let's start by breaking down exactly what this new Ford GTD is going to be. So it's based off of the Ford GT3 race car. It has a rear transaxle, which is what race cars have, which make it have a 50-50 weight distribution. It comes standard with carbon ceramic brakes, a carbon fiber drive shaft, plus carbon fiber everywhere, and I believe the body is actually made out of carbon fiber. It comes with titanium exhaust, magnesium wheels, and an active aero rear DRS, which stands for drag reduction system wing. And you're going to get all of that for the low price of around $300,000. Now, I'm saying low price sarcastically. That is a very expensive Mustang, but I think you would agree that it does come with a lot of goodies. Plus, it will have the Cup 2R tires on there, so they will be very sticky. And obviously, this is going to be a road course race car that is going to be phenomenal. Now, Ford was very optimistic and unbashful about saying that they are going after the best supercars out there while making this GTD their track beast. Ford wants to see Porsche, Aston Martin, and Mercedes sweat. But in my opinion, they forgot to mention Chevy, and that is because they know Chevy would never sweat a Mustang. However, GM definitely needs to take this car seriously, and I'll explain why I say this in a minute. Alright, how about the Zora? What can we expect from it? Well, let's go over the rumors that have come out about it first. I've got to tell you though, I have a different opinion of what we should see from GM with their highest C8 model Zora. Here are my thoughts. GM should spare no expense. Give the Corvette community what we've been craving. This is what they should give it: a carbon fiber tub. That way, this car is the lightest they can possibly get it right off the get-go. Also, they need to take what they've learned from the LT6 and make a smaller and lighter high-revving flat plane crank V8. Equipped it with turbos and make everything else on the car as light as possible. They need to give it the same hybrid motor up front that the E-Ray comes with and probably the ZR1 is coming with, and give it a combined horsepower of around 1,000. My thought behind developing this new smaller V8 is, I don't believe for 1 second that we will see only fully electric Corvettes anytime soon. This just is not feasible and would alienate the hardcore Corvette enthusiast. I believe we will be seeing many more hybrid models far into the C9. And if they want to keep improving on the horsepower while maintaining a more efficient Corvette, they will definitely need to have a newly designed V8 that will be perfect to add twin turbos to. All right, let's move on to number 3. Give it carbon fiber wheels. Obviously, if you're going to have a carbon fiber body and other carbon fiber bits and pieces on the car, give it the carbon fiber wheels. Even though there's a lot of people out there that do not like carbon fiber wheels, I feel like you have to make this car as light as possible. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at a 4,000-pound Corvette, and no one wants to see that. Also, give it titanium exhaust. Now, the active aero that I want put on this car is going to weigh it down just a tad bit, but not too much. I think we need active aero in the front for the front splitter, and we also need active aero for the rear wing. Give it a DRS wing, just like the wings that come on the GTD and the GT3 RS and GT2 RS. Give this car carbon ceramic brakes, and we'd all love to see an engine roof scoop. This would be bad to the bone. Everybody wanted to see that on a Z06. They probably want to see it on a ZR1, but if you don't give it to us on the ZR1, please give it to us on the Zora. Also, we'd love to have light seats in this Zora, and I really believe it should. I'm moving along quickly. Number 9, make the Zora the most expensive Corvette by far, and make it a limited run for 2 to 3 years. I say GM should go all out with this model. I mean, after all, they are giving us a 1,000 horsepower all-wheel drive hybrid Corvette. So why hold back? Number 10, carry over the 70th anniversary edition interior. Only this time, let the customer choose design features with different colors and different types of stitching on the inside. Number 11, also, in my opinion, they should make all of these the highest trim level. Give choices on colors, convertible or coupe, front lift or no front lift, but that's about it for options. If you guys can think of other options that should be given with this highest trim level Zora, let us know in the comments down below. So with all of that said, I think you would probably agree that this would not only compete with the GTD, but it would most likely destroy it in every way. I mean, a Zora built like this would be competing against multi-million-dollar exotics and would certainly put itself in that same exotic circle. But you guys let me know what you think about this comparison and what you think about my idea on how GM should build the mighty Zora C8. I don't know a lot about the Mustang GTD, but I think it's an overpriced car that a lot of people are not going to have access to. I think it's going to be very limited, and I'm sure it will produce pretty decent numbers on the racetrack and maybe even excellent numbers on the racetrack. But it will never compete with something like a Zora, and even the ZR1 will probably go out and beat it on certain tracks. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, leave me comments down below letting me know what you think. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you have not joined the wonderful Brink of Speed community, please consider doing so by smashing that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys out on the road.